trainer, Denise Austin, who is unstoppable and such a great supporter of the virtual walk. And today is our conversation with her for an exclusive group of virtual walkers. I'm also joined by our two virtual walk ambassadors, Melissa and Latoya. The three of us are going to have a conversation with Denise, and then we're going to take questions from all of you. So at any time while we're talking here, feel free to just pop a question in that Q&A portion of the down at the bottom of your Zoom screen, and we'll get to as many of those as we can in a little bit. But first, to start us off, Denise is gonna lead us. We have a real treat. She's gonna lead us in a stretch to get us going. So Denise, hi, welcome, thank you, and take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm so happy here and part of our virtual walk here at Prevention Magazine. I'm excited. One of the best ways to warm up your body is getting some good oxygen flow. Oxygen is the key to energy. So I want to have you first start off with a deep cleansing breath. Bring in the oxygen, inhale and exhale. One more deep breath, bring it in. You got it. Bring in your oxygen, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now it's time to stretch overhead. Feel your spine stretching. Stretch all the way as tall as you can make yourself. Lift, that's it. Taking any pressure off the spine. Remember, your spine is your lifeline. Keep it healthy, keep it strong. That's right. If you rest, you'll rust. So get going. You can do it. Now let's add a twist. This is great for the waistline. So you're twisting a little bit. Just twist that waist. This is a good way to warm up the low back. So important for circulation of the body. That's it. Good. And then my favorite one is some knee ups. All you do is pick up your knees. It's hard for you to see right now, but I'm just lifting up my legs like I'm arching in place. That will help really stretch the buttocks, stretch the back of the thighs and your low back. Exercise is a great way, stretching just to warm you up a little bit, because walking, your best to stretch afterwards too. That way your muscles are all warm and you'll feel so much better. You got it.
Yay. Thank you, Denise. Tell us, do you stretch before and after you walk? When do you do these ones that you just showed us?
These I kind of do just when I wake up in the morning. I love just to like loosen up my back, limber up just a little bit, warm up the joints. Just important to kind of move around. And then I just head out for the walk. I use the first 5 minutes of the walk for my warm up. I start at a slower pace, and then I build it up. And that way I get in my 30 minutes and then a 5-minute cool down, almost your pace in the middle of it, your fastest, like a bell curve. And then it takes your heart rate slowly up and continues to keep it up to burn fat, to work on our heart, and then cool it down. That's important for everybody, but especially for women over 50. It really helps with our heart rate to slowly get it going. And then, you guys, I like to stretch after my workout, because your muscles and ligaments and tendons are almost, imagine it like a rubber band. You just take a rubber band out of that, drawer and you stretch it. Oh my gosh, it could break because it was cold. But if you put that rubber band in your hands and you warm it up, it could stretch elastic. Well, that's the same for our tendons, our ligaments, and our muscles. So we do need the body to be warmed up to have that stretch, for a holding static stretch. It's good to do a dynamic stretch at the beginning, just to get going. But then when you want to hold the stretch for increasing flexibility, it's good to be warmed up after the walk.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to Melissa. I think she's got a question for you.
Good.
Hi, Denise. My question kind of pertains to how to fuel up when you're walking. Like if you're on have a walking schedule, should you also have like a specific diet that you recommend? Like is there a certain type of food that you want to eat before you go for a walk or after you go for a walk? Like me personally, I don't like to eat much before I go for a walk. That's just me, but some people probably need to eat. So what are your thoughts on food and walking?
Well, first of all, I eat healthy all the time. My goal is about 80% of the time and 20% of the time.
Sure.
of your day and when to exercise. It depends when you exercise is what to eat. Like I love to wake up and get in a walk because I feel like it's over, it's done, and my day is full. So I want to make sure I get it in and I'm motivated in the morning. So I do have a cup of coffee. I do have a little water first. Then I have my cup of coffee. Sometimes I have a little fruit or something. Sometimes even a little dip of peanut butter or almond butter. And go off on my 30-minute walk. Then I come back and I have some scrambled eggs with veggies in it, some avocado, and sometimes some toast. You know, I love my toast. So I like to fuel up, especially protein after your walk is really important because it helps your muscles. And as we age, we need to keep up our muscles. Muscles work miracles on our metabolism. So it's important to have good increase of protein and fiber too. So sometimes I'll just have oatmeal with flaxseed and chia seeds and blueberries. So I mix up my breakfasts Monday through Friday, a lot of, different ones, scramble some, so I get my eggs, then the next day I'll do a little, maybe the yogurts, and then the next day some oatmeal. So I switch it up for after post, I would say post workouts or walks.
A variety, huh? I like it. That sounds good.
It keeps our skin nice, it keeps our hair, it gives us energy, it helps with our health. So water is so important, and I really, truly drink 8-ounce glasses every single day.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, LaToya.
Hi. So I actually have a question for you as well. So it's kind of what you already said. You were telling us about your walking routine, but I want to know, are there any like techniques or a set distance that you like to walk regularly? And also I wanted to say I like toast too.
Well, first of all, I change it up in a course of a week because I really believe in variety. It kind of boosts that metabolism. It doesn't keep you on a plateau. So especially if you're trying to lose weight, walking will help you lose weight. But you have to kind of give yourself a little push every once in a while to really difference, almost like interval walking. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this is my routine. I go out and I walk as fast as I can. So I will be pumping my arms. Remember, the more muscles you use, the more calories you burn. 640 muscles of the body. So, I know sometimes people feel a little silly walking around the block like this, but do it for your health. If you're with a neighbor and you're social distancing together already and you're comfortable together, that's great. I've been only walking with 2 people, my sister and my husband, and my daughters too. But so right now it's a little harder on Sundays, I used to call all my girlfriends and say, okay, so I have friends that are really fast walkers. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they'll come with me. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are my slow friends. So then and walk and talk and really get in that walk. So with all of us to do 30 minutes, you're doing 3 things. First of all, you're burning fat, which is so important from the whole body. Second, you're working your heart and your lungs. And third, it's helping with your mood. So exercising that 30-minute walk, you could even do more, of course, but my minimum 5 days a week is that 30 minutes. That's what I've been doing every day for a very long time. I'm 63 now, so walking has been a wonderful form of fitness for most of my life. And I've been coupling it with, of course, light weights and the stretches, like I showed you, some yoga, a little Pilates. So I love to mix it up.
Thank you so much. I agree with you. This is me in the morning down the street.
I love that. That's great, LaToya.
Over your head. Did you know that? Yes, it's a lot harder arms overhead than it is forward.
Oh, so that.
And then I walk and I do some tricep workouts.
Oh, I'm going to add that.
That's awesome. Melissa, you want to go next?
Yeah, my question actually, I think you kind of touched on it already, but my question was about being able to lose weight. like if you have a set amount that you need to lose, or just have a goal in mind or anything on, a walking routine to help with that, which I know you mentioned the 30 minutes 5 days a week, but do you have anything else that you could offer about that, weight loss and walking?
Well, I think walking is one of the fastest ways to help your body lose weight. You really have to use it on a regular basis, though. The 30 minutes, really pump up those arms, try to push yourself a little harder each time, because that way you see the difference of your body. But also my goal is to try to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, but at night, I honestly try to eat a good breakfast, a good lunch, and then try, if you can, if you're trying to lose weight, eating a light dinner. Don't overeat late at night. To me, that's the worst thing that we can do, is put on the pounds late at night. Because did you know your body needs about 3 hours before you go to bed to help metabolize your day's food and your dinner too? So let's say you try to eat an early dinner at 6 o'clock, then you'll go to bed and you'll be fine with your tummy. It'll be maybe 6. Then you go to bed around 9 or 10. Then you'll be really good. And I think that's an important part of kind of your overall healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, that old saying, breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper, huh?
Yes. It's so hard on certain times, of course, when, the family gets together late, or, hopefully one day out to dinner again. And
and in the South, dinner is, the hard meal, because that's usually our big meal. So it's definitely a challenge, but we work on that a lot at this household anyway, trying to eat better. So.
And so, Melissa, try to think about when you're eating foods of the portion sizes, because I truly love food. I'm from a big family. I'm one of 5. My husband's one of 5. Food is so important, but the portions of what's really going to help us to lose weight. So make sure when you're looking at your dish to try to do all the healthier foods, like the fruits and veggies and maybe some grains, and then so portions do matter. So that way I do eat everything. I mean, people always say, oh my God, you're going to eat that hamburger, Denise? Like, yeah, I love it. And I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't have to,
Right. All right. Sure. Of course.
Hey, Denise, we lost your video there. We missed your smiling face. If you have a chance to hit it again, maybe we'll get to see you again, but we can hear you great. Oh, and there you are. Yay!
There she is.
There she is, Denise, who eats a hamburger when she wants to. And then,
hey, no shame. I'm gonna tell my friends, Denise Austin eats a hamburger.
Right. That's always the argument. Should I eat it?
Well, sometimes I make turkey burgers. They're really good too.
Yeah, they are. That's great.
But guess what? I do buy organic, grass-fed meat. So that's important to me and my family, that I feed them organic. When it comes to meats, certain vegetables, of course, like blueberries and apples and grapes and cherries, I buy organic, because, the skin you just eat right away. So I do try to think about what are the ways to eat healthy. And some of those fruits and vegetables that I do buy cost a little more in organic, but I think they really do help. The ones I don't buy organic is like avocados or bananas, so you can save on that too. So for, we're all trying to, budget our food grocery bill. And so there's only a few things that I really have to buy organic, and then I'm a little looser about the other stuff.
That's good. I like how you've got perspective on it. That's great.
Yeah.
I love all this really specific advice you've been giving, and I think we're going to be getting some questions with more, but I actually wanted to ask you about some bigger picture things. Like, you always seem really positive, and I really admire that, and would love to know, how you maintain that, where it comes from.
Well, I think it comes from being from a big family of love, and we cherish each other. And I married a wonderful guy. I'm happily married, and I'm grateful for 2 healthy daughters. And I think grateful and feeling that gratitude every day, it really works and it really helps. And I try to, you know, when my sisters get down, I try to, oh, but honey, you have 3 beautiful children. And, you know, there's always something that you could tell someone to help them feel better about what they're going through. There's always, honestly, a silver lining in everything. So I truly think that way, and I always have. And I think exercise is a part of it because it gets rid of all the anxiousness or anxieties and, you know, going through all the pandemic and everything, and having, you know, I love people and I travel and I'm missing all that. And it's been really hard. I usually do a lot of talk shows and there's so much interaction and I feel so good. So it's been a change and you just have to get used to it. And these are ways that you could turn things into being positive. And I think that's probably my only best advice I could give people with exercise, eating well, and taking care of yourself, and really saying you are worth it. You deserve to feel good. You deserve this. And then you feel better mentally. And I think that helps.
That is really inspiring that we deserve it. I love that. Thank you for saying that. I think we can all remember that. We deserve to feel positive. That's great.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
And that's why this walk is so awesome, because it's not asking for too much of you. It's not asking to change everything, but that one little habit of becoming a good walker can change your whole attitude. It can change how you feel about situations. It can help anxieties that come every day. They're just not as deep and as hard on you. So I think exercise is all part of it. And of course, eating right too, it goes hand in hand. So if you're, you know, eating a lot of junk food and then you're not exercising, sitting is so bad on our bodies. And it truly, you need to get your muscles working. And as you age, this is the way to fight that aging process, is muscle conditioning, muscle health. And I am a big believer in, when you come back from your walk, try a couple sit-ups and push-ups, do a couple leg lifts, maybe a couple lunges, just to work those muscles an extra little bit.
You know, yeah, go ahead, LaToya.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that was just great advice.
Yeah. Yes.
It works. I promise I'm 100% natural so far.
So far.
And you know, and you told us earlier how old you are. And Melissa, actually, I'm going to jump to Melissa because I think you were going to ask something about age, right? So let's jump to that one and come back to.
Well, I'm 53, Denise, and so far I'm natural too. So we're 10 years apart. But my question, well, actually was, we have several folks on this chat today that are over 40, and I was wondering about what you think about some of the misconceptions about aging and health, and what do you say instead about that?
Well, I am kind of living proof that it does work, that exercise, eating right, having a positive attitude does actually work, and it has its benefits because you feel young. You can walk into a room and have energy, and it's about your energy. And I think exercise and eating right and drinking water and getting a good night rest all helps to make you feel young again. And honestly, I don't even think how old I am when I say my age. I'm like shocked, 63. I feel like 33, you know.
I feel that way too.
I have this theory that everybody has an age that they feel inside, you know, like
Yeah.
I always feel certain, and maybe it changes as you get older, but if it's younger than you really are, then I think you're in good shape.
Yeah, I think so. And mentally, I feel that if you think of you know, that you can always improve with age, doesn't matter where you start. If you haven't exercised in years, the best part about your body is you can improve it. How you think, you can improve, be more, you know, positive, optimistic. What you do to move, how you move, you know, move those muscles, get out of that chair, and what you eat. You are kind of in control of those 3 things. There's so much we can't control. The pandemic, you know, when it rains, whatever, but you can control these 3 things. How you think positive, how you eat healthy, and how you move often.
Great. I love it.
Good, Melissa. And guess
So,
what? Here's another tip, girls. All right. If you can stand. Standing burns more calories than sitting. So if you can tell right now, I'm doing the Zoom call, I'm burning a lot of calories just by standing instead of sitting. Because when you sit, the body can't burn as many calories. So your goal is to, when you can, I mean, we're all sitting for reasons, computer, you can get out of that chair, even if it's watching TV, stand up, do some leg lifts, do whatever you can to kind of keep those muscles moving. Every time you're walking or moving, you are moving to burn a little more calories and staying young. You get flexibility out of it, you get some tone, and it keeps your oxygen flow. And it helps with posture. Did you know that posture plays a key role in how you feel? So if you're slouched like this, your tummy has nowhere to go but pooch out, and you can't breathe well. If you open up your chest, your lungs have more capacity to bring in the oxygen. Something we all need right now, even more, are deep breathing exercises. So make sure you do some deep breathing exercises, because we all need to keep our lungs healthy for what's been going on. And as we age, we want to keep the elasticity in our lungs. So good deep breaths. That's why walking's so good, because it forces you to really breathe more.
thank you for all the. I'm like writing. You don't know. I have my notebook right here. I'm writing all this down. I work out every day. I have a question.
Baby, that's a teacher in you. I love
So
That's
I
what
have a.
I took tons of notes. Yeah.
I have so many notes. You're laughing. Like a lot,
Oh.
a lot of notes. So my question for you is, which I find that I deal with, motivation. What's any advice that you can give to us about gaining more motivation, and not just for walking, but just for living a healthy lifestyle?
Well, walking is one of the best ways. I love that. It gives you motivation. And one thing that I do when sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like it, no one's going with me, I'm going to go alone again. I'm going to the same walk. Well, what I do is I find a better playlist. I ask my daughters to put playlists and music together. Music is the most wonderful way to put you in a whole new mood. It lifts your spirits. It puts you in another place and time. You remember different things. And when I go for my walks, some days I like to go, just alone, just to think. But some days I love to go with music. And I think music will help motivate you. But also I do have lots of exercise videos, on my website that I really think I feel so confident I could get someone off that chair and off that couch and get going. All you have to do is push play, and I will lead you through at least a 10. I promise you I can do it.
I believe you like what do you call it? Like infectious, like your laughter, your smile. It's just doing a lot for me right
You
now.
can't not smile with her, right? You can't not smile.
You too, girls.
What a great bunch. I love it. Denise, we actually had a question related to what you listened to. So let me just ask that while you're talking about it. Someone wanted to know specifically if there's something that you love and that they should try listening to.
Oh gosh, I have an eclectic music library. I love Bruce Springsteen because that's me, my age, and my husband and I, we love that. And then I also love, oh my gosh, what am I listening to now? You won't even believe it. I love the old Donna Summer music.
Oh, nice.
So
good. What a good reminder.
Listen to Whitney Houston. Can you believe that? I love some of her music. It gets me going. Justin Bieber, I love. Justin Timberlake. I love his music. The dance fun. Girls Want to Have Fun is on my list. I'm Walking on Sunshine. Casey and the some whatever. I don't know. I just love music. So my daughters put music together, and it keeps me young.
That's a great playlist right there. I love it. Melissa and Latoya, I'm gonna jump to some of these questions that we're getting from our audience. Someone else wants to know, do you have or recommend different steps or strides to incorporate into a walk to keep things interesting and add variety?
Oh, absolutely. It becomes a game and it helps you and it gamifies what you're doing and gives you a chance to see what your friends are doing virtually anywhere, or your sisters or your aunt or your mom. So I have my iPhone, so on that it tells me how many steps I do every day. And we do ask each other, my husband and I ask each other, oh, I have 12,000. How many do you have every night? You know, so it does help to have that, or a Garmin or a Fitbit. Um, I think it's important because it shows how much activity you did and how much you got up out of your chair. And it gives you that chance also to ask other people to kind of keep each other accountable. It's a wonderful way to keep yourself accountable, but each other to help motivate you to even try harder. So I love having steps. But strides, I do something a little different sometimes, because I believe for as we age, we do need to interval train a little more, at least a couple days a week, do some blasts of harder workouts. So what I like to do in my strides is different. I don't wear anything for strides. I just do it by blocks. So I will walk a block, run a block, walk a block, fast walk a block, run. So that's my interval, and you should do 5 minutes, but different intervals. So walk, to do a fast walk, and for a minute, walk regular, fast walk for a minute, walk regular. So if you could get 5 done in a course of one of your 30 minutes of a 1 minute, 5 different times, you will see a difference in the metabolism. And it does help your heart rate. It's like you're doing HIIT interval training, but it's out there on your walk.
Do that with mailboxes in my neighborhood, by the way.
Oh, good. Yes.
And I interval walk. Like, that's my thing. I actually even have an interval app on the iPhone. So I definitely do that every morning.
Yes. I'm not that technical. I don't even know where to find that online, but yeah.
There's a whole range of ways to do it. Mailboxes, apps, time. That's so great. It makes it really, really doable, right? For everybody. That's great.
And another thing I've been doing is in the last 6 months since quarantine, I go to my local high school. It's all closed down, but they let you walk along the laps and do the track. So that's been kind of interesting for me too. So I'll try to get 3 miles in on that, which is 16 laps. So I'll know, okay, this lap I could take it easy. Oh, this lap I got really pumped like speed walk. So that's been kind of fun for me. I do that on Saturdays and I really enjoy that.
We have a question from somebody who says that she doesn't have a walking partner in her neighborhood, that she said no one seems to want to walk, and she sees obesity rising all around her and it makes her want to walk more. She has an electric trike, which is cool. Wow. And she finds she can be more motivated with riding it. So is that a good option? Is the trike, what do you think? I mean, we love walking here, but I think we are equal opportunity workouters, all of us. So
oh, yeah. Variety is a spice of life. Changing it up is really great. I would still keep up your walks and kind of motivate yourself to keep doing those walks. But, the bike, trike would, that's fine too, because at least you're moving, your legs are still going, and the circulation is happening. That biking and walking are so good. It brings, the blood up to the heart to rejuvenate you. So I think that's great. As long as you keep up your walks, I think you'll do great. And you'll be all ready for October 3rd for our virtual walk. We're all excited.
Yay. Someone did ask, what if I can't finish the 5K next weekend? What do you guys think?
I don't think that that's a big deal. You are who you are. You know where you are. Something could have, you've got an ankle problem 2 weeks ago. You don't know. Everything happens, but just keep doing it. Just keep going. The date is there for all of us to kind of do together, but it doesn't really matter. It's all for your good health, for your mind, for your body, for your heart, for your lungs. It's all important. So just keep it up. It's okay.
Great. Thank you for reassuring everybody.
Oh, of course.
We want people to feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. We did not prep that, and she absolutely said how we all really feel about it at Prevention. So thank you, Denise.
Okay.
That's great.
That's my personal opinion, and it's the truth.
Do you have, besides walking, do you have a wellness routine, like either skincare or other health things? I mean, you talked a little bit about food, but what else can you tell us about, your healthy lifestyle?
Well, I do have a little beauty routine, not too like organic, not too crazy, because I just don't have time for. I just can't believe how many, my daughters, how many masks they do. I'm just like blown away how many face masks they think they need, and they have perfect skin. But I have been starting a face mask once a week, and I do an Epsom salt bath. I think that is one of the best ways to relax. And I truly, I used to do that when I was a gymnast at college. They used to say that, or go into a sauna, or do something, for your relaxation part. And I truly have been doing this Epsom salt bath. It's very inexpensive, and it actually works. And another thing I do for my skin, I exfoliate my face twice a week that I never used to. And if I'm, all out of my it's a little granule stuff. If I'm all out, all I do is get one of my roughest washcloths, and I just do all this up and down my neck, and then my cheeks and my forehead, and that works good too. So all you need is your cheapest washcloth. Usually the cheap ones, the rough ones, and that works. Another thing I did, my sister told me coconut oil at night, and I've been using that. It's extra virgin coconut oil, and I lather it all up on my skin, and I promise you, that way I wake up and my skin feels a lot softer, and it does help. And that's not that much either. You can buy a whole jar for like $6. Those are just my go-to.
Those are perfect. Those are great.
I'm not a fluffy I've only had a few facials in my entire life. Is that ridiculous? But I love massages. I haven't had one since quarantine, but I used to help with a massage. I just think they're the best.
I feel like I connect with you so much, Denise. It's like everything you're saying, like, yes, I do that too. I do.
Great.
I'm not a big facial person either. I do a lot of skincare with my daughters too. So my daughter and my son likes to do it. I don't know why.
Oh, it's just, both my daughters, one's 28 and one's 26, and they love these face masks. And my little daughter, we had a house guest last week, and he got tested before he came over, but he stayed for a few nights, and she comes downstairs with an entire green face. I'm like, what are you doing in front of our guests? And she's like, anything of it? I was like, okay.
She was keeping it real, Denise. She was just keeping it real.
I guess we take it to the other level here.
How about sleep? Do you get a lot of sleep, or are you one of those people who barely needs to sleep?
No, I need sleep. But I'm like a sleep person, that I make my kids sleep 8 hours, even when they're little. I still do. Oh, what time did you go to bed? Did you get a good night's sleep? I'm really into a good night rest. I go to bed kind of early. My husband and I we're early risers, we're just that type. We always have been. So we go to bed around 10, and then we wake up around 6. And I really do get an 8-hour sleep. My husband wears one of those little rings. I don't know what he calls, but he'll like, oh, I got a 90 last night. You hook it up and he tells you. So I kind of register my sleep around how he slept sometimes. But being that I am 63 and kind of already went through menopause, I did have issues of sleep when I was going through menopause. I'd wake up really sweaty with night sweats a lot. So I just got through it. I didn't take any hormones or any bioidenticals. I didn't do any of that. I just pushed through it, and it works. And I thought I could help women by just other things that I did in those few years that I did have night sweats, I would do like different kind of teas. I did a lot of green teas then. I still try to do green tea because it is good for us, but I love my coffee. But it did help me. Nowadays, if I have, like I could have 1 glass of red wine, but if I have 2 glasses of red wine, it affects my sleep a lot. So I have noticed, you know, I go to bed fine, I fall asleep fine, but around 2 in the morning, I'm awake, I go to the bathroom, and then I'm still awake. And so now if I'm going to have drink, I'll have 1 glass of red wine. So I don't go to 2 unless, you know, I really want to enjoy myself or something. And I know I have nothing in the next day, but that's rare because I never want to feel that way. So that's what I do.
Another question about walking specifically. Someone who says, I'm 65 years old and have been walking for a while. I go 30 minutes and end up going longer, about 5 to 6 miles, sometimes more. Wow. But the question is there such a thing as walking too much? Should this person limit the walks to 30 minutes, or is there some other, you know, limit to keep in mind?
Oh, I don't think so, unless you start to have some knee joint issues or hip joint, but you're doing great. I mean, I'm so proud of you. Some days I go on a nice long walk with my husband and I feel so good. So no, walking, our bodies are made to walk. This is a wonderful natural way of movement and good for you. You know, I think that's awesome. You can also change it up by doing a little faster one day so you can kind of see a difference, you know, maybe some hills the next day, change it up a bit. But wow, you're doing great. And I honestly think for me, exercising most days of the week is so important. I feel better. There are Sundays I kind of rest, but I still do a little foam rolling or I do a little stretching. There's never a day I just like sit on the couch and do nothing or sit in my bed. So I always do a little something.
All right, I have a couple questions here about food. So one person wants to know what are your favorite healthy snacks? And then another person wants to know about the paleo lifestyle. Is that something that you think is a good diet or not to try?
Yes, if you can do a paleo diet, go for it. I just can't. But I know so many people. I've got a sister does it. I've got a lot of different friends that do it and they love it. So you go for it. You know, make sure you're getting good fiber though. You need good fiber. I always tell women that we need a little more vitamin B complex. So hopefully you're getting some Bs. Also D is so important. So sunshine or take a vitamin D for us women. We really need it. But my eating plan is enjoying all the foods I do love, but making sure I get at least 7 fruits and vegetables a day. So it could be like 5, you know, different veggies in a day. I try, honestly, every single meal to have some kind of fruit or vegetable in those meals. So even in the morning, if I'm making my eggs, I throw in parsley, I throw in some spinach, some tomatoes. So I do onions. So I kind of, okay. And then at lunch, what more can I put in? So in a salad, you get to put so many more things. And now it's so important as we age to have some more fiber. So I throw in garbanzo beans, kidney beans, whatever, black beans. Beans are so important. And then evening, I do have some salmon or chicken or, you know, a hamburger, like I told you, lasagna. But I try to, you know, don't eat a big, huge plateful. I think about how many calories I am. I still kind of know calories. I still go by that. I have been eating a little more extra good for you fats lately too. And I think that's what's really helped my energy level as I aged. And that's like avocado. I love avocado. Really good extra virgin olive oil. Of course, salmon. And those things are really important for us as we age to feel energy. And nuts. I snack. You're asking about snacks. I snack on a lot of different types of nuts. I think the variety of nuts are important. They all have something a little different, like almonds not only have great protein, but they have psyllium. Then, you know, a cashew has something else. A Brazilian nut, you know, is wonderful. So all the nuts are fantastic, but remember, everything in moderation.
Let's see oh, this is interesting. What have you learned about yourself or exercise or anything during the quarantine?
Well, I have daughters that have been out of the house and now they're in the house and we have cooked together and I've learned what great cooks my daughters are. And that's been very a good feeling for me because I taught them well. I love to cook and they both now love to cook. They are inventive in the kitchen. They think of really cool recipes and they've taught me so many new ways to make food. And that has been the complete silver lining for our family is the way we cook together and the way we have been in the kitchen all together as a family. Not my husband, he still can't cook, but that's okay. He's got me. But the girls have been cooking in fabulous meals.
That sounds exciting. I have a question. I'm changing gears just a little bit, and this is really personal to me, and someone else asked the question. What workout gear do you recommend? When I say I've turned into, during quarantine, a fitness clothes junkie, or I have gym shoes to match every workout outfit.
Because that motivates, such a good feeling to have something that you love on. It's new and kind of cute. And I love that you're doing that because it really does keep you going. It's almost like your vehicle to the second you lace up those shoes, you're mentally motivated and ready to go. So there's no better way to invest in yourself than those types of, good walking shoe, a good outfit to wear. So it makes you feel good. And there's nothing else we're wearing these days. So why not invest in something that's going to improve your health?
Do you have a favorite brand or anything?
You know what? I buy all kinds. I love Fabletics. I like her line. I like Aforta. I like I like them all. I hate to say it. I buy a little of everything. Like I'm wearing 3 different companies right now. So and one's on Amazon, and so I have. I like them all. I just find the colors I like or the style. I don't do the midriff anymore just because I don't want everyone seeing, I'm not perfect in myself. I mean, this is as good as I can, but it's still rock. But so I look for that, are comfortable for me to exercise.
Oh, thank you. No, I get excited about Fabletics. I'm a Fabletics fan myself, and anything Adidas, but it does. It boosts you, right? It makes you feel like I look amazing. Like, it doesn't even matter.
You feel the part. You are the part. It's a good thing to put on a good pair of shoes. I try in the morning. Another little hint I do every day is, I've always done this even before quarantine. I put on my exercise shoes, my exercise clothes, so I would feel ridiculous if I didn't get it in. It's like, why are you wearing that? So I do just mentally, it's part of the mindset, and that helps too. We need every little way we can to stay.
Yeah. Someone also asked, what do you do for relaxation? What's your favorite method?
Oh, just being with my family and hanging out. And Jeff and I love to read books. We watch tons of sports. That's relaxing to me. We played cards too. I forgot what hearts were all about, and gin rummy, and we've been doing that. Relaxation is just me being with my family, to tell you the truth, and my Epsom salt bath. That's pretty much my thing. I only do by myself.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrific. That's great. We are running out of time. So
I know. Oh, and we can do this together. Let's get out there and just walk, do the best you can, and you will feel so much better.
that is so true and great. Melissa, Latoya, before we go, do you guys want to have a last word, and then we'll say goodbye and ask me some more things?
Well, really fast, Denise, I just wanted to mention to you, I met you in 1996. You came to Ingram Book Company promoting one of your books, and you came through the room, and I felt those rock hard abs back then because you told us all to feel them. So I know they're still rock hard, girl, and you are amazing. But I I just tell the group that's on here to please reach out to our Facebook page. We have a walk page and we have so many people participating, and it is so rewarding to be involved with this and motivating from the others, because I'm not going to lie, I was an avid gym goer, and then COVID hit. I kind of slipped off a little bit because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have my routine, and I'm definitely a routine girl, and it sounds like you are too, so I appreciate you mentioning that. But I just want to remind everybody, come to our Facebook page. We are such a big community. I feel like it's growing every day. There's new people commenting and posting pictures. I love everybody's pictures where they're walking, and if you're alone and you post that picture, you're not alone, because we're looking and we're commenting and we're talking to you. So
Awesome.
this is all I want to say. You, Denise, and those abs were rock hard, girl.
Still are.
Yeah, still are. I know they are, girl. I know.
See, you got to tell them that's what the new 63 looks like. That's what it looks
Right.
like. I just want to say, get out there and walk on October 3rd. I'll be out there, and post your pictures on the Facebook group. I just started like flooding the posts this week because, guess what? Sometimes we fall off. Get back on. Post on October 3rd. We're all rooting for you.
Yay.
Latoya. Denise, any last word?
No, just remember, you can do it. You're worth it. You deserve this. You are worth it.
That is a perfect way to end. Thank you so much, everybody. Denise, you're a star. We love you. Everyone have a great walk next week and all the days before and after. Bye, everyone.
Bye.